Alright guys, let's break down this trade. So let me delete. Okay, I'm not gonna delete. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, and try to understand how this entire thing actually came into play. So first of all, I was anticipating that. Let me do this. So I was anticipating gold to break the support zone, and I would go short here for a target of this or target of this, but that did not happen. What happened? Let's see what happened. So the price started going up. Now when the price started going up, I was waiting for the price to take resistance, maybe somewhere around here, and then reverse from there, maybe break of structure, something like that. So I was waiting for the price to break below this and then give me a short trade, but that did not happen. Price did not respect that resistance. In fact, it respected this particular resistance. Now this was my last resistance that I wanted to watch for the day, because if this resistance was not respected, then I would not be in for the London session, for a very simple reason. So let me show you something which is right in front of your eyes. So if you look at this entire structure right here, what do we see? We see a higher high, higher low, not a higher high, then a higher high, higher low, lower high, and then lower low. So if you look at this particular zone is where this entire lower low was made, right? Yahan se this was the origin of this particular lower low. This is where the selling pressure came in, right? So this basically means, this is basically telling me that this resistance has a lot of sellers, because this resistance zone or order block or demand or supply zone, whatever the hell you want to call it, this zone is the reason this lower low was created and broke the structure over here and this structure over here, right? So if a particular resistance or supply or order block is responsible for a break of structure, that means it is powerful, and that means it has a lot of sellers, and that's why this became my final resistance for the day, which I was watching. Then the price started playing out, and then price started making some sort of a double top. So this was the level that I was watching later on, right? Then what happened? Price gave us an entry. So this zone was already tested multiple times. Okay, I think it's an internet issue. What the hell, man? Challe bhai. Alright, I'm gonna reload this entire thing. Okay, yeah. So then what happened? If I go to the 1 minute time frame, price already tested this multiple times, twice, gave a false reaction, came down here. So on this particular candle I entered, my stop loss was right above this particular lower high, and then I went short. So when I went short, now one thing that was concerning me was, let's go back to the 5 minute time frame, and this was actually the reason for my partial exit. One thing that was concerning me was this particular demand zone. Why? Because this demand zone was a reason why a higher high was created. So the same logic I applied here for this resistance was applied over here for this particular demand level or order block or whatever the hell you want to call it. So this was something that was concerning me, because this was the reason for this entire up move, right? So this is why somewhere around here I decided to book my partials 50%, and then I was anticipating a move till this particular level. But why again? Why did I not wait for this level altogether? Because if you see, the move happened very violently, and that's exactly why I closed my trade somewhere over here. I'll share all the order proofs and everything. I closed my trade over here because when it is breaking from a distance far away, most likely it will be a fake breakout, right? And that is exactly what is happening right now, as you can see. So I exited over here. So total of 1:3.5 risk to reward ratio. If you ask me, I would give this trade 8 out of 10 for myself. I think what could be better, I have to really sit down and think about it again. But yeah, if I come up with something, I'll update it in the trade breakdown section. But yes, this is something I did, and this was the entire thought process behind it. So it is very important, guys, for you to keep on changing your approach as per the market changes, because who would have thought that the market will go up and then go down, right? So it's very important, because if you just thought that, you know what, if this zone will break then only I will go short, then you would have missed this particular trade. And in fact, if you would have waited for this zone to break, you would have gotten trapped in this fake breakout and your stop loss would have hit. So that's why it's very important to keep changing your bias. Not your bias should be the same. Keep changing your approach, keep changing your trade execution plan as per the market structure. So the market structure changed here, made sort of double top. I went short here and made money. So I hope you learned something from it. I hope this helps you with your future trades. All the best, guys.